This drink that we have in front of us is actually a remix to an original Prohibition era drink.
Correct.
So tell us about the original drink and what you did to make it different.
So the original drink is called the Corpse Reviver. Okay, and the Corpse Reviver goes back to the Prohibition era, and it was actually a drink that you rinse the glass with absinthe. Absinthe, well, in this case, is gonna be doesn't have anything that's gonna make you hallucinate. Obviously, that's illegal. It's called Corpse Reviver because it revives your corpse. This was for the people that actually back in the day would drink too much, have a hangover. They're like, fuck, pretty much. So the Corpse Reviver was a drink to get you up. It had that absinthe in it, like I said, rinse. So ingredients wise, originally is with orange bitters, lemon juice, passion fruit liqueur, chinola, the same one I used for the previous drinks, and gin. So it's a gin-based drink, okay, with only those flavors. So what I wanted to do with that one to twist it up a bit was the sage. I love to implement herbs into my drinks, either modeling them or also using them as a garnish and then burning them. So I wanted to do that with this drink. So I decided to go with sage. I like sage. I like the vibes of sage. So I said, let's do this. It's got pretty interesting flavor, mixing that with some lavender bitters. Originally modeled that. That's the difference that I made. It was pretty much that, the bitters and the sage modeled. I stick with the same ingredients. I forgot to say, it does have triple sec if I'm not mistaken, originally, which is orange liqueur. I'm not putting any triple sec. I'm just hitting you with 2 ounces of gin, honey-based gin, Bar Hill. And this on top is pretty much something that Jesse gave me the idea to do. We had sage. I was using it just fresh, like a flower in a way, to have it display like this. But he's like, let me help you out with something, and he brought me pan-fried sage. So this thing, when you try it, you want to bite on it, you chew on it like a chip, and then sip on your drink. When he brought me that, and I'm like, okay, I model sage, yes.
The food
Correct.
guy.
Yeah. So I said it pairs perfectly. I like it a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Even I love adding, like, with ingredients that I'm making my drinks, I like to add a garnish that represents that or gets that as well. So like that, it works out well. I'm not gonna lie. I like it. So yeah, it's a botanical drink, very herbal, botanical, passion fruit flavored, and gin. So super refreshing as well. No spicy like the other one. It's very easy to drink.
And he does an absinthe rinse. Like he gets the absinthe like in spray form.
Correct. Before I pour it, I mix all ingredients. It's a shake and drink. So I modeled, like I said, the sage with the bitters. Then I add 3/4 of lemon, simple syrup, 1 ounce of passion fruit liqueur, and then 2 ounces of gin.
I heard back in the day these kind of drinks actually save people's lives because of the tonic and the gin.
Really good.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So well, there you see.
Yeah.
All right.
Saving you. So what you want to do is want to grab
take a bite.
Yeah, take a little bite. And that, and then sip on your drink.
Oh snap, that's good.
And you get the sage of the flavor. You get pan-fried sage on platter.
That is interesting.
So it's really good.
That's crazy.
And
You like
gin in
gin, Kevin, so I know you're a lover of this drink.
This is my favorite drink right now on the menu.
The Reviver.
The Reviver.
Oh, and I changed the name, obviously. I don't want to call it the Corpse
way better
Reviver.
than that gin that you gave me.
I agree.
I think one thing that I learned from you is that gin is probably the most flexible liquor to
combine
with any, or
just like vodka.
Yeah.
It has not much flavor, so that's why you can play easily with it. You get me? In comparison to like rum, which has very strong flavor, vanilla flavor mostly, sweet. This is really not sweet at all, so it's easy to balance anything with any fruit Spirits are meant to be sipped on, believe it or not, most of them. And then cocktail became a thing to mix them and combine them with citrus, you get me, and other sweeteners to balance and play with the flavor. But originally, spirits are like you have after dinner drinks or before dinner drinks like spirits. Those are meant to be sipped on, not even ice, you get me. It's now that the mixology world is growing and the bartending and all of that, that's pretty much where cocktails started.
What would you pair this with? Like if with a meal, or not even a meal, because that's fucking easy. What experience would you pair this with? Like
An oyster.
not like if you're going out, like you're out on the beach. This is the kind of drink that you
Yes,
need.
absolutely. It would definitely be, yes. It's
Seafood,
tropical.
right?
Yeah.
It's a tropical drink. So definitely
Like a beach
outside.
outside,
It's
chilling, hanging
gin.
out.
You get me?
Yeah,
Yes, definitely.
I can see that. I could definitely see that. Like out on the beach, this is a perfect drink.
Yeah.
Like,
I
Trying to
think-
get action.
Believe it or not, I
That's
think
what-
it's just, it works perfect just for the green hat, bro. Come to the green hat and have a
it
ride.
pairs perfect
Forget
with the
the
green
beach.
hat. Yeah. Drink.
The vibes inside the green hat are really special. People come in, they see the science live from Eker, and then they just hang out. And this is like the first interactive speakeasy in South Florida, because this room acts.
It's like
it's interactive. Like
it's like an escape room
That's it.
and a bar mixed
Yeah.
up together. It's
I
amazing.
definitely think you guys are on the cusp of something, because there's another speakeasy that opened up in Orlando.
Yeah. I don't know.
They've been popping up.
They've been popping up in
everywhere.
Fort Lauderdale alone.
Yeah.
I want to say there's at least 6 or
My
7.
main thing with
Jesus
all of them
Christ.
popping up is they are prohibition style cocktail bars.
Mhm.
Okay, if they can represent that and keep it, okay, not like play around it and make it your thing and call it a
Right.
speakeasy. You get me?
Yeah.
What's speakeasy for you about yours? You
Mhm.
get me? How is it a speakeasy cocktail bar? Tell me. You get me? Not a lot of them are hidden. All of them, you just open up a door and you walked in. What's
Right,
so
there's a sign out
speakeasy and
front,
cocktail
right.
there about that? You
Right.
get me? No, like, and cocktail base. Your cocktails that you offer, what do they represent? Like, what are you trying to put out there exactly? What is, like, you get me? Like, what's your
Yeah,
focus
there's
in
no
your cocktail
substance.
program?
There's
You
got
get
to
me?
be substance.
Correct.
yeah.
Like, what really are you selling? You get me? So I feel like there's a lot of them, but not a lot of them represent the
Yeah.
Prohibition era. So honestly, the Green Hat Bar and what we're doing here, I do enjoy that, because in a way I try to stick with that
Mhm.
and forget the fact that I'm not gonna make you a Jack and Coke. And I'm not gonna make you anything simple.
Mhm.
If you don't like it, with all due respect, I'm so sorry, but this is not the place for you.
There's
This
other
is a place
places, yeah.
where you get to enjoy the show of the mixologist in front of you. You get to interact with him, and you get to enjoy your drink without trying to sip it to go somewhere else. You get me?
And on top of that, he's a great conversationalist. I don't know if
Yeah.
that's an actual thing, but he's really good.
Yeah.
He's really fucking
Yeah.
good.
Thank you for
Absolutely.
that. Yeah, that's a big part.
we've been doing a lot of research on other speakeasies in South Florida. We're noticing a lot of speakeasies opening up now in Miami, but they're
on top.
nightclubs. They're basically nightclubs.
Correct.
They're standing on top of the bar,
Right.
pouring drinks down people's mouths. It's like if it's a South Beach nightclub.
That's not how you do speakeasy.
That's not a speakeasy vibe in any way.
That's not a speakeasy at all. That's
Correct.
a nightclub.
That's
it's
a
just a
nightclub.
nightclub
Hidden
with a hidden
nightclub.
door. That's all it is.
Yeah.
When you come back here, it's like you've time traveled back to the Prohibition era.
Correct.
You have a
You're
master
sneaking in here to
mixologist.
get a
Yeah.
fucking drink.
Yeah.
before you got to go back to
You
your
need
house.
to know
Yeah.
the code.
You need to know the
The
code.
code,
You have
I
to
like
come in
forget
here
it.
at this point right now.
And it's limited. It's not like this is going to be packed. It gets busy.
It gets
but
busy.
we do, when we're at full capacity, we're going to say no more.
no more, yeah,
That's
because
it.
it's. I want you to enjoy the time
Mhm.
here. That's the main
great.
thing. I don't want you to come here and be like, "Oh my God, this is a line."
Yeah, because
from
how many
here
times have you gone to
there.
a bar and it's
Yeah.
like, what am I standing in all this crowd for a drink that I can make at home?
Correct.
The majority of these drinks, I would have a definite hard time trying to make
Yeah,
at home.
yeah. I've told
It
many
wouldn't come
people.
out the same.
I've had people here. Obviously, they come here. They don't understand the concept. They don't understand the idea of the whole speakeasy. They're like, "Can I get something with Red Bull?" Like really? It's like really, bro? You're gonna ask me for something for Red Bull?
You know, and you're not getting the nightclub vibe. We're playing, nice jazz. lo-fi
Lo-fi
hip-hop.
hip hop.
You know, you can, and it's at a reasonable volume where people can sit down, have their drink, talk, but also engage with Eker at the bar and learn about. Because that's one thing I've noticed is everyone comes in. Not only are they getting a good drink, but they're learning something from you.
Yeah.
Yes,
And I think that's what makes them want to come back because they want to keep learning
Many
more.
of them ask me many questions. I get to educate a lot of people. That's one thing I do enjoy about this whole industry, especially when they ask me for Jack and Coke. It's not my reject to that. It's more like, let me turn your head around and let me show you something better than that what you're asking for.
It's most likely like a
It's
default. It's a default.
It happens a lot, and that's my main goal with this, is that a lot of people that come here and they try the drinks, they're like, oh man, I don't want to go back to the regular drinking. Beautiful. I don't want you to go back to the regular drinking. I want you to come here and enjoy something a little bit more than what they offer you at a sports bar or any other bar, or sometimes at restaurants.
You know, I prefer to get a drink from like a person like you rather than getting somebody who's getting like at a high volume place, because like
It's just
I'm
another
going to
drink.
drink. Yeah,
There's
I'm going
no
to
love.
drink.
There's no
and-
love, man.
Yeah.
Yo, I want to
I take
decompress.
pride.
You know what I mean? Like, I just had a long fucking day. I want to drink. I don't want the person who's giving me a drink to be just as stressed as I was when I was at work. You know what I'm saying? So they're over here just making a drink, boom, just throwing it
Stressed out.
together.
Yeah,
Just to
thanks,
keep it out of
Chili's.
the way.
Yeah.
Thanks,
I want you to be
Applebee's.
as relaxed. I want you to be as relaxed
Yeah.
as possible. So when you make my drink, it's like, yeah, you know, oh, you know what? Here it is. Oh, that thing that you're tasting, that's love. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh yeah.
Absolutely.
This
It's
is fucking
what you're
delicious.
expressing. It's how
Yeah.
you express everything. All yep. It's pretty much that, man. It's caring.
Mhm.
Caring for the people, and that comes with love, with that word. Love.
Yeah.
If you don't have it, you can't be I don't think you can be taught love like that.
Yeah.
But if you don't have it, honestly, you're in the wrong industry.
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna care. And the caring is a big part of everything. Just like when they asked me for a Jack and Coke, I could make you a Jack and Coke,
Mhm.
and that's it. Here, get out. But that's not the point. That's not
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's not what I learned.
Yeah.
That's not the cocktail industry. That's nothing that represents what I do
Mhm.
or my personality even. Like no. So that's why I take pride in what I do in every single drink that I make, and that's why I feel like I'm still in this industry.